You walk in, do leg kick, walk in, and the crowd cheers. You jump in the boards, give your players a high five, maybe do a little celly. That's how we do it.
Build me up, break me down, never come around. You say I left, wasn't right, we're just making rounds. Speed it up, slow it down.
So we have a very special day to plan today. We have Howie's from Howie's Hockey Tape, the actual Howie's from Howie's Hockey Tape. Thank you for letting us come in today. He's gonna give us a special tour of the Howie's facility. We're gonna give everybody an exclusive behind the scenes of what it's like to work for Howie's Hockey Tape, a big hockey brand in the hockey world. So I'm excited to walk through and see how you guys do everything. So why don't you walk us through and just kind of tell us how Howie's Hockey Tape works? And
sounds good. Yeah. So I mean, you're kind of in the front entrance here.
Right.
Here, so we've got a couple offices. This is the headquarters in Grand Rapids, Michigan. We also have a location up in Burlington, Ontario.
Oh, okay, cool.
Just outside of Toronto. So that takes
Nice.
care of our Canadian location. So
very cool.
Yeah, this is kind of, I guess, what we call the
offices,
locker room. You know.
Yeah, this is where all the guys hang out
so.
and do all the stuff. And you have, obviously, I'm a big fan of your social media and everything you guys do. So I follow that very closely. And this is obviously where the sales and the social media happens. Is all right here, right?
Sales and marketing team here. Yeah. So these guys are helping all kinds of people. So yeah, this is actually Sam here. Sam's our director of marketing and social media.
Yeah,
so,
nice to meet you.
So anything on Instagram, good or bad, you can blame him.
You do a really good job of doing that with all your pictures and your tape and your products.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
pretty
and
cool.
it's the best way to let people know about new products, right? And what about Howie's is good, you know?
Right.
So, you know, we've got, this is kind of the break room for, well, everybody, but the warehouse guys and, you know, anyone can come out here, eat lunch.
Love the fat heads on the wall.
Yeah.
It's pretty cool.
Yep. Just a bunch of random fat. We got Phil the Thrill up there. And years ago, we, back in 15, we won that, they got that pond hockey tournament up in Eagle River. So we got that. They gave us a cool trophy, and they actually.
It's a makeshift Stanley Cup looking thing.
It is. So they right there is a photo of the Howie's van on the
really?
ice. Yeah.
That's awesome.
Which is kind of cool, yeah.
And I know a lot of the staff is involved in still playing hockey, right? And getting
Almost
together
everybody.
and playing.
Yeah. Pretty much all hockey guys for the most part. So out here we've got the warehouse. So this is pretty much where all the orders get packed up, whether, you know, online orders, pro shops, team orders are all getting packed up out here. So this is a very kind of small representation of everything that we carry, but one of our key products here that we came out with a couple years ago are our hockey skate guards.
Everything you see in pro shops, it all starts from here, right?
Yeah.
And it goes to the stores.
Exactly.
Very
exactly.
cool.
Yeah. So I mean, we spent a lot of time in the factories designing these things. So I mean, just from a quality standpoint, they're way heavier and beefier than anything else out there, right?
Yeah, get all the water out of the skates after you're done skating.
Exactly.
I was flipping through your catalog here, and they have these catalogs in the front lobby area, and you're obviously more than hockey tape. And tell me, I see you have some clothing here too. Tell me a little bit about this stuff.
We're not really an apparel company.
No.
Right, we do hockey tape, but what I've been told is people like our logos. So we started throwing some logos on some really high quality shirts, and you know, it's been kind of weird because now they're being seen a lot of different places.
Yeah, I see Howie shirts all the time. I see sweatshirts. I see all these different things, and obviously the logo is very recognizable everywhere you go. And when I coach Bell Tire and I'm out at these showcases, I see the logo all the time and people wearing the shirts. So it's cool that you've taken your branding to outside of hockey tape. You know? So I know everybody thinks of hockey tape, but I mean, like I said, I've been flipping through this catalog and there's so much more than just tape.
Right. So I mean, our stick wax, that has been a big product for us. So one of the, you know, right away is the fact that it comes in a tin is nice, because some of the other guys, like, you take the wax and you chuck it in your hockey bag and it gets all over your stuff, right? So the tin's awesome. The kids love how it smells.
I love how it smells.
I do too.
I every time I open the tin, I always take a little sniff, and I can tell you that's one of the most stolen things out of my bag is everybody wants a little bit of wax here and there.
Exactly.
So,
and we're working on a candle actually.
Oh, very
cool. It smells just like
I would buy that candle.
Yeah, that's been a great product. This stuff's almost in every NHL locker room. I mean, same thing with our tape and our laces. I think we're in 27 NHL rooms, something like that.
Very cool.
Again, what we're selling most of is your standard white cloth and white wax, right? You know, our tape, our laces, our wax, like our core products, we make this stuff for the most part in the U.S. and Canada, and that's important to us.
Yes.
Yeah, and again, we could save some money and have it made overseas, but like we want it to be the best, frankly.
Right.
So
absolutely. And you know, that's one thing I will say is that I've tried other brands of hockey tape, and not to knock them, but I've always tried to look for Howie's hockey tape every time I go buy tape, because it stays on the stick nice, and all your products are, like you've said, they're high quality made, and I love having this stuff in my bag. And you know, I know a lot of hockey players, and our athletes do as well. I see Howie's everywhere, so it's cool to see. You have so many different colors here. It's unbelievable. You probably have to have a color for every single team that you have.
We do.
You have cloth tape, you have grip tape, you have clear tape. Are those the major types of tape that
they
you
are,
have?
and then we actually do quite a bit of grip tape for the handle. So we've got a couple different kinds of grip. So this is like is our Pro Grip. It's kind of more of a gauzy.
Yeah.
It doesn't stretch at all, but it's has way more tack.
Right.
And then we also have we call it just our stretchy grip. That's not, I think our stretchy grip's actually on the other side here, but this stuff is probably more what people are accustomed to, and it still has plenty of tack and grip. So these are being used in almost every NHL locker room as well. These guys are using that on their stick. So we do have a ton of other accessories.
Yeah. Well, I know you have like scissors too. I saw right here, and I have a bag, and I know I was just at Nationals with Bell Tire, and you have these bags here
the accessory bags,
the accessory bags, and really think of everything.
Water bottles. I mean, even skate stones. Honing stones.
Everybody thinks of a hockey game as just going out there and playing, but all the players need tape, all the players need pucks, all the players need laces. And
visor spray. You know what I mean? Like,
that's the stuff you don't even think about.
So down here we've got, here's where the new socks are. And so we actually came out with these things, and there's 3 different styles that we have. Let's see if they're easier to grab. So this is like our thin fit, so that's going to be the least expensive. It's just a really high quality compression, but it's our lightest one for sure. So for guys who like want a knee-high sock that compresses,
that goes
and still really
under
thin.
the actual hockey socks and the shin pads under the skates and everything.
Exactly. So that's moisture wicking. Then the next level up would be what we call our Pro Grade or Pro Style. So that one has a lace bite guard in it as well.
Very cool.
Yeah, so that lace bite guards, just to help prevent. I don't know if you've ever lace bite.
I have.
The worst.
I'm on the ice 5 times a day, so I know exactly what that's like. And these help a lot.
The one that we're quite proud of as well is we have a cut resistant sock.
Okay.
So we actually had this tested by a third party. I think it's the ANSI, the ANSI testing method. So. It's really high.
Protective sock.
Yeah. In the back here, where you would be exposed. That's
awesome.
Yeah.
It's 3 different kinds of socks for any different level that you need.
Yeah.
Right? I think that's really cool.
Yep.
And your socks are definitely something I was interested in. Like I said, I know it's a kind of a newer thing for Howie's right now.
Yeah.
But I'm going to grab a pair of these on my way out. So these are very cool.
We'll take care of you.
Yeah, absolutely.
So get those back in the right spot. But
cool.
We're all about throwing in all kinds of other. I mean, we're putting stickers in there, koozies in there. We want, when people get stuff, we want to make them feel happy that they ordered from us, because we're not the cheapest out there. We're just not. So we want to be the best.
And obviously we're in this big warehouse right now where all the tape is. And tell me about the different places that you ship to. I mean, I see, once again on your social media, I see you tapes, you send stuff to Russia, you send stuff to Korea, all these different teams. You said 27 NHL teams.
Yeah.
So tell me about the different places you've shipped tape to.
We're in a lot of the pro shops in the US and Canada, some of the bigger box stores as well. But 27 NHL teams. We have the majority of AHL teams. We've got the majority of NCAA teams. A ton of CHL teams in Canada.
Wow.
And then so a couple years ago we started moving internationally.
Okay.
So all the countries that play hockey in the world, right?
The IHF stuff that you see on TV.
Yeah, exactly. We're not selling a ton of tape in Brazil right now,
right?
But, we'll get there.
But the hockey hotbeds, right?
Yeah. So we've got a guy a Howie's guy in Russia who is started to pick up a lot of KHL teams up there, and then every little skate shop in every little rink in Russia.
Absolutely. Well, I know I see your stuff in Piranhas and BNR and every single ice rink out there. So you definitely get around in different areas where hockey's played.
You
see it all the time.
We want it to be accessible, right? These are heading out, right? So here's Slapjack's Pro Shop in York, Pennsylvania. Here's Vermont Academy. So it's just sometimes I come back here and it's kind of fun to go through
the names
of all the pro shops of
right.
That we're sending stuff out to. About 2 years ago, we started doing athletic trainers tape. We spent about 3-4 years trying to develop what we think is the world's highest quality athletic tape. So for taping ankles, taping wrists. So
right.
we launched it about 2 years ago, and we've gotten into some pretty big locker rooms for athletic tape. So we're selling to Washington State,
cool.
Penn State,
nice.
Michigan State actually just came on board as well. So
very cool.
But yeah, it's just another market. So we kind of treat it as a little bit separate of a business, but
it's still within the same Howie's
the
family,
same banner,
right?
and yeah, we really think that can end up being a really good business for us.
Tell me about this space. I spent a little bit of time in here shooting some pucks, but this is a pretty cool area. You got some toys over here.
It is cool. So
is this like a space for employees just to kind of hang out and relax?
Pretty much. So we added some space to our warehouse, and we haven't quite filled it up. I'm sure we will soon, but. This is we got the extra space and the guys wanted to have an area to hang out.
Right?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. It's great, right? Got some hockey sauce kits, some bags. We've got some ice here.
HockeyShot.com stuff. And I've seen all these toys online, and a lot of hockey players use it. You got the synthetic ice here. Is this the stuff you can actually skate on?
Yeah, you can skate right on this stuff. So yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it's been pretty cool.
So tell me a little bit about the start of Howie's and where it began. I know you said it started with your father, and just kind of give me a story about how it all started. How did we get to here?
Yeah, good question. So I was high school age playing a lot of, I played, hockey growing up, played, some AAA hockey, and we didn't come from a ton of money, right? And so we, tape got expensive. I'd always be coming to my dad for, hey, I need $5 for a roll of tape at a tournament. And my dad was like, you know what, there's gotta be a lot of other hockey dads out there who, would be willing to buy tape in bulk online. So we set up a website and started selling tape in bulk.
Cool.
So when I got into college, I'm like, Dad, it's nice to sell, a little bit of tape to a customer here and there. And frankly, the business, it wasn't doing great. And I'm like, Dad, maybe we ought to start trying to sell to some local teams and hockey stores. So I started doing that in college and graduated in 06, and then basically just started trying
growing on itself.
Yeah, and I always thought it'd be like a cool one employee business, like where I was doing all the shipping and receiving and sales and collecting money and all that stuff. But we really have just been blessed, and again, we have just a couple just principles that we go on, and it's just taking amazing care of the customers is number one. I like our customer service really is awesome. If you ask any one of our pro shops or teams, that's, I think, a big reason why they continue to buy from us. And then the quality of our products. Like, again, if it's not the best out there, we just don't want to do it.
Right.
And which stinks sometimes because we're more expensive, and I know for a fact we don't get the business sometimes because we're more expensive.
But I'm a believer too. If you provide the quality of the product to the customer, I think that they'll benefit the most from if you provide a high quality product like that. And even if it is a little bit more expensive, people use it and they want the good stuff, right? And that's what I see in Howie's too, and we've talked about it, and just that you can feel the difference in your tape, and I think your products speak for itself.
Yeah, for sure. And then when the high level players, that kind of speaks volumes too. Is the guys who are playing professionally and they're all using it.
The D1 guys, the CHL guys, the NHL guys. I mean, they wouldn't be using it if it wasn't good stuff, right?
Exactly. We get involved. There's quite a few guys here who coach teams as well.
So you guys are in hockey, like you are a hockey brand and you're in the sport of hockey, and I love that. And that's why I was so excited to come here and talk to you, because, I have it in my bag. A lot of our athletes have it in their bag, and it's cool to see, a hockey brand actually the way it operates, and everybody knows who hockey is, or Howie's is.
Yeah, well, thank you.
And I think that's really cool that you guys live the brand as well.
Yeah,
so that's awesome.